Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Subban, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And this is a show that's been highly requested over the last 24 hours, so I said, okay, let's get into this topic here. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So as you guys know, I'm not a fan of LeBron James whatsoever. Right, I've made my position clear. I used to have LeBron in my top 5 for the longest time. I had him as the 4th greatest player of all time. But because of his antics, it just became harder and harder to keep him in my top 5. Shout out to Sports and Fitness Rants. He used to make some very good points about LeBron James, but ultimately I ended up removing him out of my top 5 over that Bronny James situation. I'm like, is this being used as an opportunity to prop up himself with Bronny and all of that? So that's why I jumped ship. Some people felt the type of way. I don't care, right? The reason I didn't care is, yes, it's about being a great player and all of that, but it's also how you carry yourself as a person. Like, that also plays a role. If you got these weird ass bozo moves, man, it's gonna make me feel a particular way about you. It's going to make, like, the latest instance of this was the All-Star Weekend situation where LeBron decided not to play. Now, I think it's important that we crystallize this because LeBron fans are very slick. They will look for any reason to defend him, and they will try to act stupid on purpose and pretend like as if they didn't hear what people were saying. I didn't care one way or the other that LeBron didn't play, to be quite honest with you, because some people said he's 40. That's a fair observation. I didn't care at all. Let me just state that. I wasn't like, man, he got to play. I didn't care. I'm one of the people like, yo, when is son going to retire? So I'm not in that boat like, oh, he's 40, you should go out there and play. That's just me. Where I came from with that situation was, if you knew you're not going to play, why only announce it an hour before the game and stop somebody else from having an opportunity to go out there and compete and become a first-time All-Star, for example, like a Norman Powell? That's why I thought that was a grimy-ass move. I didn't care about him being 40 and all of that. So that wasn't my point, right? But one of the things I've tried to explain to a lot of these damn LeBron James fans is that we just don't respect him. LeBron fans, for whatever reason, cannot get this through their thick skulls. Too much honey is in there. We don't respect him. We just don't respect him. No matter how much you guys love calling him my glorious king and all of these other weird ass comments y'all be calling, dude, we don't respect him. We just don't respect him. It is what it is. Some people we're going to respect, others we're not going to respect, and it is what it is. So what happened? Former hockey player PK Subban, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name properly, has recently been going viral for some things that he initially said on ESPN's Get Up. I saw those comments. But then yesterday, he made a visit to ESPN First Take. And what I think happened was those comments on ESPN Get Up resonated with Stephen A. Smith. And therefore, I believe Stephen A. Smith wanted him on the show. Because after he spoke yesterday on the show, Stephen A. Smith was upset with him that he didn't go as hard as he did on Get Up. And then Stephen A. Smith had to crank up the temperature a little bit more. So I remember what he said there. But then yesterday, I saw the segment on TV, but there was a particular part that I didn't see, not on TV, on ESPN that they had on TV. But anyway, there was a particular part that wasn't in the 13-minute video that they posted on ESPN's YouTube page. So people kept on sending me this clip of PK essentially calling out LeBron James without saying his name and saying he only respects the Jordans and the Kobes of the world. And if you're not that, I have zero respect for you. So I saw the clip and I'm like, okay, this is something that we definitely need to address. So what we want to do is want to play a quick compilation of what he had to say. And I want you guys to listen to those LeBron comments. And then we're going to come back and really get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Take a listen to what PK had to say here.
What are you playing for? Like, if you're really about it, if you're really about sports, then you're about two things: your teammates and the fans. And I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. When you do not show up to play, you're letting your teammates down. When you do not show up to play, you're letting the fans down that are paying you 40, 50, 60 million. I don't care if you're getting 300 million. Congratulations. But these people in here are paying $2,500 a ticket, $5,000, that are blue-collared, hard-working people. If you don't get your head wrapped around that, you shouldn't be in pro sports. Because how are we going to grow? How do we expect you to be an example? Well, guess what? You don't want to be? You are one. You're on the biggest stage. You just said it. They make the most money. You're an example. You got to show up. You got to take that on. I'm sick and tired of making athletes greats, all-time greats, that aren't the best examples. Those are the people that we want our kids to follow, that we want athletes to follow. That helps us in our game. Stephen A., you want athletes to be educated on this and understand this. They got to understand the importance of showing up to the All-Star game and being on the court and playing banged up sometimes and playing injured maybe at times. Thank you. And participating, because here's the thing. Because you're making 100, 200, 300 million, you should be out there banged up. You should be. That's why we pay you, is to max out. We talk about greatness and it being the longevity of somebody's career. I don't care if you play 50 years. I want your best 10. I want you on the court dominating. I want you to go all out. I want Michael Jordan. I want Kobe. That's what I want in every sport. That's the guy that I follow. You're a different version than that, you don't get my respect. That's me, and that's my angle. That's who I am. But I think we got to be very careful on that. For the NBA, my question is for those players. Are you leaving a better league than what you came into? Because I'll tell you something. For KD, for LeBron, Steph, all the money that they're making came on the backs of Magic Johnson, of Larry Bird, of Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all these guys. So, you got to keep that in mind. How we value greatness. It's not just about rings, and it's not just about on the court. As an athlete, yeah, I value those things. But the reason why I followed Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant was because of their approach to their craft. They never took a day off. They left it all on the court. It didn't matter whether it was an exhibition game or a playoff game. I don't know. That's the standard of greatness for me in every sport. So when I see players doing it that don't have the talent, maybe aren't superstars, I'm willing to pay for that. But here's the thing about hockey. We got the stars. And guess what? They're on the ice. They're giving everything they have every night, no matter what we're doing. So that's got to be the standard for greatness across sports for me.
So you heard his comments, okay? You heard what he had to say about Michael Jordan. You heard what he had to say about Kobe and all of that. Look, PK is echoing a lot of what a lot of us NBA fans feel out here. He is. And I think he's 100% on the money. One thing you know about Kobe and Jordan was that they didn't cheat the game. They didn't cheat the game. Kobe gave it his all. Kobe was out there playing at the age of 36, 37 with a torn rotator cuff, a bad knee. There was an image of him out there with him iced up, looking banged up, like super banged up. Like, the dude looked like he got like into a fight with a grizzly bear, and he was sitting on the bench and he was still playing. Kobe was a warrior. Same thing with MJ. Look at all the 80 plus game seasons he had, 78 game seasons he had. Even when he was 40, MJ was so banged up he had to get injections in his knee and all, and he was still out there competing. Still out there competing because MJ and Kobe had a fundamental philosophy, which is, I need to go out there and play because there's a chance that there's a fan out there that has never gotten an opportunity to see me, or this will be the only opportunity for them to see me. So I got to go out there and play. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to inspire them. That was their philosophy. If you listen to his comments, he was taking a direct shot at LeBron because he doesn't care about his longevity. Most people think that, like, he basically encapsulated a lot of the sentiments that a lot of us NBA fans have out here that are not twerking. I know for LeBron fans, that was like a jolt to your system that somebody was let on ESPN First Take airwaves to basically give an anti-LeBron take. You guys are so used to these people twerking it up every single day, shaking desks, running over people, pouring honey all over the table, hollering, screaming all day long. So the minute somebody else comes in there with an alternative point of view, y'all can't take it. And we're going to get to that a little bit later too, because some of them LeBron fans were complaining about ESPN even allowing this guy to have a stage to say that. Because all they want is these people to go up there and twerk it up all day long. The fact of the matter is LeBron has played a serious role in the collapse of the fabric of the NBA. And it starts with player empowerment. One of the worst things that ever happened to the league, and you can see it now. You can see it now. LeBron is he's the champion of that. He's the face of that. What he pulled off in the All-Star weekend was nothing. Does it surprise anyone? Stephen A. Smith was already accusing him, like, yo, how are you on a part of these teams? And that's why I used to ask him, like, if LeBron is the leader of the NBA, how are you a part of these teams that have zero competitive fire in them? No competitive fervor whatsoever. But you're the leader. You're the leader, and you're a part of this. I never hear LeBron coming out the end of the game, man, this is disgusting and disgraceful. No, it's just about him. But you can pull up so many countless clips of Kobe out there saying, Kobe didn't need to be motivated to play in an all-star game. Kobe was just a different breed, period, end of story. Period, end of story. And that was what PK was talking to. So I applaud him, and I applaud ESPN for finally letting somebody else up there without a pro LeBron take every single damn day. My God, finally, you guys start to show that you have some balance in your coverage of the sport. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.